Yo, what's up, guys? It's your guy, John Nell, here, really explaining to you about the four-way cash flow quadrant. Like I said, the four-way cash flow quadrant, this will be the 4 ways that the world makes money. This is going to fall into the category of financial education. This is something very important for people that were born as, employees or people who have self-employed oppositions or positions. Opposition, what am I talking about? Right? These people have a self-employed position, i.e., your doctors, lawyers, artists, general contractors, things of that nature, employees. Those would be, people such as, your McDonald's cashier, burger fry cook, things of that nature, manager, managerial position, regional manager, branch manager, even the CEO of, or a president of a company is still an employee, right? So what we're gonna do, guys, we're actually gonna get right into it and explain the differences between this 4-way cash flow quadrant and how that this information can benefit you into the future, right? So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna draw out our 4-way cash flow quadrant. See that? We have step number 1, E. You have 2, S, 3, B, and then 4, I, right? So I'm sure you can pretty much guess what this is, but if you can't, I'll let you know what it is, right? So E stands for employee, right? S stands for a self-employed person, right? B is a business owner. And number 4 is an investor. I. Right? So you might be asking yourself, as a matter of fact, ask yourself, where do I fall on this list right now? Where do I fall on this list right now? So you might ask yourself, well, how do I know where I fall on this list right now? Well, if you have a job, you are an employee. If you go into somewhere and you clock in, you clock out, you get paid an hourly wage or even a salary wage, that makes you an employee. You have to wait on someone to give you a check every single week, bi-weekly, monthly, then that makes you an employee. Now, there's no knock to employees. I was an employee at a time. You were an employee at a time. Your mother, father, auntie, uncle, cousin, right? Unless they fall on this right side of this list, which only 5% of the world actually falls on 5% on this right side of this list or this quadrant. Only 5% of the world are actually on the right side, right? So 95% of the world are on this side. Only 5% of the world. That 5 is insane. Only 5% of the world are on this side, right? So it's okay, right? So what is a self-employed person? A self-employed person is someone that owns a job. Now, when it comes to owning a job, like I said, that means you could be a doctor. That means you could be an artist. Like for myself, I was a filmmaker, video director, and things of that nature. So growing up, I would go and do the marketing. I would go and find the rappers and the musicians and the artists and the models and I'd be a photographer as well. And I would go and find the people. They find me. I do the marketing, social media. I set it up, plan everything out, shoot it, color it, get the props, edit it, then redo it and do it over again. So I owned that was my job. I was their employee, but I owned my business. I owned my job, but I didn't have any employees. Had no one doing the work for me. So when you're a self-employed person, you do 100% of the work. Okay? As a self-employed person, you're going to be doing 100% of the work. There's not going to be anyone to do the work for you who will alleviate your time. So the difference between the left side and the right side, can anyone tell me the difference between the left side and the right side? I'll wait. It's a 4-letter word. I'll write it in red. Time. Well, let me do that a bit differently. Time. Right. So, time. Time. This is the difference between the left side and the right side. See, when you're an employee, let's say you work a modest 40 hours a week, right? So that's, 7 to 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. Is that math right? Yeah, 7 to 8 hours a day. 7 hours a day, 40.2 hours a week, right? 40 hours a week, 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. You're at your job. So that means you wake up, you have a 9 to 5, you go in, you clock out, and boom, that's your life every single day. You have no other thought processes other than, I have to get to work and I have to go to sleep so I can wake up, so I can go to work, so I can go to sleep, so I can go to work, so I can go to sleep, so I can pay the bills, and so I can, kind of enjoy life and then pay off my college and pay off my debt. Or even if I didn't go to college, I'm still an employee. So, I'm still trying to, hustle up some change to enjoy my life. But, I have an apartment, I have a car, I might have a kid, I might have this, I might have that. I don't even have the time to think about, getting ahead in life because I'm so busy trying to maintain, right? That's the life of an employee. It's understandable. We've all lived that life. No knocks to anything, right? Now, you have your people who are self-employed, right? Like my mother. My mother, she was self-employed. She's a lawyer, right? My grandmother was a doctor. Mother's a lawyer, grandmother's a doctor. Those are both two people who still work. My life, I saw my mom I literally saw my mom buried in papers growing up. If I go to her office now, buried in papers. If I go to she's always got a laptop, always got work to be done. Even on vacation, she would have work to be done. Where's her time? Right? So you ask you the difference. The difference between the employee, the self-employed, the business owner, and the investor is time. Right? Now the reason that it's time is because, check this out, guys. What is a business owner? A business owner is someone who owns a system that pays them, right? So we'll just go between the business owner and the employee. The owner of McDonald's can right now go to what is one of the nice places? Mahi. That's the tuna. No, goddamn, what's the place called? I don't know. I'll say the Mykonos. He can go to the Mykonos, or he can go to the Mykonos in Greece, or he can go to Mahi. That's the damn tuna. What's the other place? Oh, I'm drawing a blank. I'd say Tulum. Everybody go to Tulum these days. You feel me? So like, they can go to Tulum, right, and enjoy their life. They can go sip Mai Tai. You feel me? Or Indonesia. You can go to Indonesia and Bali. That's what Bali. He can go to Bali and get him a nice Indonesian drink. You know what I'm saying? Sit on the beach, on the coast, and then just enjoy life. And still, every single week, day, month, minute, have money flowing into his bank account, right? So that's a system that's getting them paid. Now, who is the system? The employee is the system. You get what I'm saying? The employee is the system, right? So as an employee, you're getting the business owner paid. Because as an employee, you're part of the system. What is the system? I'm going to make a system. Let's say McDonald's, for example. McDonald's is delicious. They make anyway, like McDonald's is delicious, right? They make the same burger, the same fries, same hash brown, same drink every single time. It's a system. If I open up a McDonald's franchise, I'll make the same burgers from here to Timbuktu, right? Now, how do you use the manpower? What is pushing the system? The employee. McDonald's are open, some McDonald's are open 24 hours. So that's on a 24-hour scale. And if it's not one of my McDonald's open 24 hours around the globe, McDonald's never closes. McDonald's never closes. So there's employees in every country that McDonald's is in, but they're only getting paid a wage. I don't know what McDonald's gets paid right now for minimum wage, depending on the country, city, state, blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't matter because the business owner is getting paid off of all of that. And they're not even in the trenches. They're not even, in in the kitchen or taking orders or anything like that. They're sitting there sipping their Mai Tai, enjoying their time. So that's the difference, between a business owner and an employee, right? So as we move forward, what is an investor? What is an investor, right? What is an investor? An investor is someone that makes their money work for them. Boom. An investor is someone who makes their money work for them. Bada bing, bada boom. So here's another big difference. I'm gonna pick a towel out or something like that. Excuse me. Boom. So another difference between the left side and the right side will be how they earn their money. So how they earn their money. On the left side, they are working for money. Exchanging, I'll put slash exchanging time for money. Don't talk about my handwriting. Now on the left side, they are working for money or exchanging their time, energy, blood, sweat, and tears for money, right? Now on the right side, what are they doing? They are letting their money work for them. Oh man. They're letting their money work for them, right? Or in the other words, they exchange money for time. Okay? You see the difference? You see the difference? These people work for money. Employees and self-employed, they work for money. They exchange their time for money. You have to clock in, clock out, go to work, do the paperwork, do this, do that. I'm tired. I hate my job. I hate my life. I went to school for all of this, blah, 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 blah. Now I don't even have time to enjoy the fruits of my labor and I'm broke. Or you could be a business owner or an investor and let your money work for you. You do something right now and get paid again and 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 again. They're exchanging their money for time. As an investor, for example, as an investor, if I put down $500 into an account, right? If I put $500 into an account as an investor, and in one day, we're gonna talk about Forex, right? Foreign exchange. Forex, right? It's an R in there too. Whatever. So let's say on a day-to-day, I got a $500 account, right? And I end up making $100 today. Boom. That's a $600. Okay. Now with Forex, you're actually able to take this 500. You made 500 and you put the six. You're able. Excuse me. Tongue time. You're actually able to take this your account. Boom. This is your bank account. You're able to take $100 out of that account and put it into your bank account. Now you still have $500. So tomorrow I make another $100. I take that. I got 600. But then I take another 100, put that into my bank account. Boom. So the next day I have 500. Do you see what I'm doing? My money. You see how my money is working for me at this point? You see, I have 500 and I take another day. Boom. I have $500 account. Make $100. Boom. And I take that 600 and I put $50. Boom. It's $250. I might put $50 into my account. So now I grew my bank account by $250 in 3 days, and I grew my trading account by $50 in 3 days. So now I grew 2 accounts off of one $500. So now I got money in hand, and I have more buying power with my trading. Guys, this is the reason that we're looking to bring you from this and this, which is all a mindset. It's all a mindset. It's a mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional state of being. It's the way you think when you wake up. It's the way you go to sleep. It's what you think about. How you move. Why you move. Right? People here are looking for security. This is very secure. Well, not anymore with the current job market, with COVID and things of that nature. You could up and lose your job tomorrow, right? So secure jobs are not really as secure as they used to be. They're not so secure anymore, right? Self-employed, now successful self-employed people, what they do is they actually get their business to its peak and then sell their business because they realize, I work so hard, I can't keep working this hard. I'm not gonna have time for anything else, right? So boom, successful self-employed people still, sell their business at the peak. Now, time and time again, I'm getting this information from Robert Kiyosaki's The 4-Way Cash Flow Quadrant. Robert Kiyosaki, the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and also Business of the 21st Century, is where all this information is coming from, right? Now, self-employed people and employees, they look to go here. Right? Because they realize towards the end of their working career, or the attempt at the end of a working career, they realize like, wow, I don't have what I need, the skills or the business accoutrements to actually be able to take a step back from my job and live, right? That actually falls into what is wealth? The difference between being rich and wealthy, right? The difference between being rich and wealthy. And I'm actually only gonna go into what the definition of wealth is by Robert Kiyosaki's 4-Way Cash Flow Quadrant, right? So we're gonna put wealth at the top, and this is the last thing I'm gonna go over. This video is going at about 20 minutes. The last thing I'm going to go over, wealth at the top. Boom. How do you measure your wealth? Your wealth is a measurement of time. You measure wealth by time, right? So how do you measure your wealth by time, right? It's very simple. Check it out. If your monthly overhead is $1,000 and you have $1,000 in savings, you know, overhead is bills and all of those things. You know, food, car, home, rent, bills, kids, all of that. But your monthly overhead is $1,000 and you have $1,000 saved up. That means your wealth is measured by 1 month, right? Your wealth is not measured by 1 month. Now, if you have the same overhead, same $1,000 overhead, but you have $12,000 in savings, then that means you have 12 months of wealth. So boom. Now the great thing about having this cushion of wealth is because, for one, employees don't even understand what I'm talking about. Self-employed people barely understand what I'm talking about. The people that actually get to live this wealthy lifestyle are the business owners, those who use something called residual income, which is money that comes from doing something in the past that pays you in the future. Boom. Right? They have residual income. They did something in the past that paid them in the future. McDonald's, the person that made McDonald's opened a McDonald's in the past and is paying him right now in the future. His wealth has grown exponentially because he created a system of building burgers, fries, shakes, and burgers, fries, and shakes. Burgers, fries, and shakes. And so to where he's employing somebody that has to work 24 hours a day to be able to help increase his wealth, right? So this is what we're looking to do. We're looking to help increase your wealth. Now, right. So you becoming a business owner, you becoming an investor, think about you actually being able to have this, let's say this 12 months of wealth. During this 12 months of wealth, that's going to be paying for your monthly overhead, your bills, normal things, you know, food, car, rent, you know, like I said, you're actually able to begin to invest and work on other ventures. And the biggest, and I'm gonna leave it off here. The biggest thing that you're able to do as a business owner and investor is think. You have time to think about your next move. Henry Ford said one of the greatest things that a man could do, skills that a man can possess, is the skill to think. With that being said, guys, I'll holla at y'all. Shout out to Mastermind Mindset, or I was this Millionaire Mindset, my bad, Millionaire Mindset. Shout out to Millionaire Mindset, the clothing brand. Y'all have a great, blessed day. Peace. I'm out of here. We gone.